Hi, and thanks for checking out my channel. My name is Hannah, and this is Jar of Fireflies. Here you'll find content all about my life as an Orthodox Jewish homeschooling mother of 3. And today, Sukkot begins. Okay, so Sukkot starts in just about 30 minutes. I am super stoked. I wanted to give you guys a quick tour of the Sukkah before I have to light candles and turn my camera off for the next couple of days. Okay, let's head on in the Sukkah. So first off, I did get the rest of the tools, so that was really nice. I was able to go to Joann's, our local craft store this morning, and get that. So that is now all the way around the walls and here in the doorway. So I really love the way it looks open, but I will be closing it when we go to have our meal. And they close just by me untying these. And then they'll fall closed and they will overlap, so it'll keep all of the bugs out. So here is our table. We're all set and ready to go for our meal, which, like I said, is starting in about 30 minutes. Sorry about the background noise. For once, it's not my kids, it is the neighbors. All right, down here, let me show you where I'm going to be lighting candles. Okay, so like I had said in my last video, we built this shelf right here, and by we, I mean my husband. So I will be lighting my candles outside here in the Sukkah instead of indoors as I normally would the rest of the year. So there we go, all my candles. I will light my candles tonight, which is Shabbat and Yom Tov, and again tomorrow night, which is Yom Tov, and then again the last 2 days of the holiday as well. All right, so just down here from this end, you can just see the whole Sukkah. We've got the decorations here up at the top, beautiful doorway, and then the lovely table. So I'm pretty excited. I think everything turned out really well. I really think everything looks gorgeous. The food smells amazing. My husband has been cooking all day. Yes, he's a keeper. We just gave our kids their holiday gifts. I've said in some other videos, we like to give our kids a gift for every holiday. So during the high holidays, they get a lot of gifts. So for the gifts we gave them this holiday, my youngest got a pair of PJ Masks light up tennis shoes. My daughter got a beautiful new maxi dress, which I really loved. When she opened it, I ran over to Amazon to see if I could order it in my size. I can't, but that's okay. And our older son, who is 7, got some Harry Potter 3-dimensional puzzles to put together. So he is hard at work inside working on that. Okay, so now it's time for me to turn off my camera so that I can go inside, do a few last minute things, and then come out here, light my candles, and officially welcome the holiday. I am very excited. It's going to be fun. I will turn the camera back on in just a few seconds for you and 2 days for me to give you a quick recap of the holiday before we move on to some Chol HaMoed fun. And if that word doesn't make sense to you, go back and watch my last video all about the holiday of Sukkot. All right, see you guys in a few. Okay, so the first 2 days of Sukkot are done. It was absolutely lovely, and I wanted to sit down here at my kitchen table and give you guys a quick recap of how the days went. All right, so after I lit my candles, we had a lovely family dinner in the Sukkah. It was a tad chilly out, which was perfect Sukkah weather. It's no fun to be in there when it's too hot. It's definitely no fun to be in there when it's too cold or rainy or anything like that. It was just perfect. And the kids were thrilled because they just got their winter coats last week and they were able to wear them in the Sukkah. Did I really think it was coat weather? No. Did they? Yes. And that's what matters. After dinner, we all went to bed, pretty simple, went to sleep, woke up the next morning and enjoyed a donut breakfast in the Sukkah, followed by playing in the backyard and just having a good old time. I brought a book out into the Sukkah that I read. Later, we did a family read aloud and just continued to play mostly outside because the weather was stunning, y'all. At lunchtime, we had friends over for the meal. Now, this was super fun. So this wasn't a family that's one of our neighbors. So they walked over and enjoyed a meal with us in the sukkah. It was great, especially because they have kids. And so my kids got to play with their kids got to play with my kids. And it was fantastic because there is just not enough kids playing with kids these days because of the pandemic. So I was thrilled that my kids got to have just some social time and play. We also had a surprise guest come as well. One of our friends who joins us for meals quite often came over. He had planned to come over and join us just for dessert, which he brought as a surprise. Because we started our lunch a little bit later than normal though, he ended up showing up right on time to join us for the meal. So he got to have the meal with us as well, and then we got to enjoy the dessert that he brought, which, let me tell you, he saved the day because I forgot to take dessert out of the freezer, so I had nothing to serve for dessert for our guests or my kids, who really count on dessert for our holiday lunches. After everybody went home, we spent the afternoon just kind of relaxing. We went for a family walk. We read aloud our books together. We played more in the backyard, just pretty relaxed, chill time as a family. We also enjoyed a quick third meal there in the late afternoon, early evening, just some leftovers from Friday night. That night, I was exhausted. It was a long, fun-filled day with lots going on, but we had to have another meal. Our day started at sundown, so this meant that once the sun set, we had to have dinner because this was going to be the dinner of the second day of Yom Tov. Festive meal. It's a requirement. Somebody's got to do it. So we had another quiet family-only meal again, which I was incredibly grateful for, and then an early bedtime. Then Sunday came. Yup, still Yom Tov. Now, because it was no longer Shabbat, we do have a little bit more flexibility in what we're able to do. So on Yom Tov, while we're still not driving or surfing the internet or anything like that, we are allowed to cook from a pre-existing flame. So we were able to leave on one of our burners on low in the back of our stove. It's something we do every Yom Tov, very common for us to do. And with that burner, we're able to adjust the flame as long as we don't turn it off. So I started the day out by making the kids some hot chocolate and then having a big pancake breakfast. We enjoyed this breakfast in the sukkah, followed by, you guessed it, more read-alouds as a family, more playing outside, and more family walks. We had only one guest for lunch that day, which was really, really nice. It was nice to have just like a quiet, small meal in the sukkah. And towards the end of lunch, my kids pulled out blankets and pillows and laid out under the sky and watched the clouds go by. It was really adorable. After I got the kitchen cleaned up, we read one of our read aloud books, which we finally finished, and we sat and read some magazines together. Our friend came back over a little bit later in the afternoon to surprise us with some homemade basil ice cream. That was so much fun. It was getting a little bit warmer outside, so it was perfect timing to enjoy a sweet cold treat. Basil ice cream, absolutely delicious, by the way. My husband and our friend ended up getting into a big Torah discussion together. So I sort of eavesdropped in on that a little bit while I read my book and kept an eye on the kids while they were in the backyard. Multitasking at its finest. After he went home, we ended up going for another family walk together. Yeah, I told you, we do a lot of these family walks, especially when the weather is so stunning. Okay, so we went on this family walk, ran into some friends of ours, stopped to chat, ended up going back to one of those friends' houses because they had just gotten a new trampoline and the kids got to play on that as well as just run around in somebody else's backyard, which is quite a treat, especially these days. All the while, I got to visit with my friend more, and it really just felt kind of more like a normal holiday pre-pandemic. So that was really nice as well. As the sky grew darker, we went back home, walked back to our house, and I finished the last chapter of my daughter's current read aloud for school with her, while the rest of the family listened in. And then we did a quick Havdalah once the sun was finally set, and then we all went to bed. And now it's Monday. So the first 2 days of Yom Tov are over. We have all week long, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of Chol HaMoed, and then 2 more days of Yom Tov. So I'll be filming the first few days of our Chol HaMoed, just kind of what we're doing, which honestly, thanks to the pandemic, really isn't a whole lot. But we do have some awesome family time planned. Today, mainly hanging out around the house, just doing activities with the kids, whatever their choices are. And tomorrow I've got the kids, taking the kids to nature group. And at some point we're planning, I think, on having a few friends over for some sushi in the sukkah. I'm pretty stoked about that. So that's where we're at right now. And stay tuned for some clips of what we are doing a little bit over Chol HaMoed. Son had been working so hard all morning on his Harry Potter Diagon Alley set, so I went and sat down with him to help him with a few of the tougher parts that he'd been saving. We got his blue car done and some other things. We had a lot of fun working on that together. My husband, by request of our children, got hard to work making a new stash of his now quite famous pita bread. So we all got to enjoy a lovely lunch with that. My younger two, in the meantime, were enjoying a TV show together that they had been wanting to watch, and I got a little house cleaning done because, hey, I hadn't cleaned the house in 2 days. Pretty soon I realized it was entirely too beautiful to be inside anymore, so we all went outside to enjoy some time in the sukkah and eat some more pita and just hang out. I brought out my computer to get a little work done and also have some fun conversations with my daughter. My husband ended up out in the sukkah pretty quickly as well, making some work phone calls, and the kids took to the backyard to play. Okay, so now I'm sitting in front of my dentist's office. Because my husband has the week off of work pretty much, I took advantage of him being home to go ahead and make my dentist appointment that is a tad overdue. So, gonna go in and take care of that. And then I'll be able to go home, we'll have some dinner and maybe a movie night, we'll see. I just wanted to say, because we do talk about hair covering here and there on this channel a bit, because obviously I cover my hair, so that is an issue. I am wearing what is called a snood today, and this is not the kind of thing that I would normally wear out in public. I'll wear it around my house all the time. I don't really like to wear them when I'm filming even, but I am wearing it to the dentist today. It's the first time I've ever worn it like really out in public in a place, so kind of a big deal for me, I guess. But it's very uncomfortable to lay in a dentist chair with a wig on because my hair is in a ponytail at the bottom of the wig, and it's very uncomfortable in a scarf because my hair is in a ponytail up at the top. So either way, it's like super uncomfortable to lay in the dentist chair. So I am trying this today to see if I like this a little bit better. I'm sure that I will. Okay, they're gonna call me here in just a second to come into the dentist. I checked in here in my car and they're having me wait here because that's how we're doing things with COVID. Okay, I am done with the dentist. Gonna head home now. Super stoked, no cavities. All right, so I don't have to go back for like 4 more months now. Okay, so I'm gonna go home, see what we got going on the rest of the night. Okay, so I am home and I guess it's later than I thought. It's like after 5 o'clock. So the kids and my husband had already eaten dinner by the time that I got home, but it's still not quite dark out, but the sun is setting. And so I think we're just gonna hang out a little bit and then get going on a movie night later. My daughter really wanted to look at her American Girl catalog with me again. And I told her, hey, why don't we come out in the sukkah with the computer and look online there? She doesn't know this yet, but I might get her a present. Shh. Okay, so that's what's happening here. All right, it is a new day and me and my daughter are headed out. We are going on a date this morning. All right, just to follow up on yesterday, I did not end up buying my daughter a present online yesterday, and that is because we are going today to, where are we going?
To the American Girl store.
The American Girl doll store. So that's where we are headed now. Okay, so side note, last night we did finish off our evening by having a family movie night. We watched Beauty and the Beast. It was great fun. So that is how we finished off yesterday. This morning so far, I took the dog for a walk, and yeah, now we're headed out to the American Girl doll store, and then we'll have nature group later this afternoon. The boys have been having a lot of fun sitting all together playing Legos and building the Harry Potter model set. So yeah, they've been having a blast together. So it's not like all together family time necessarily for everything that we are doing, but we're still having some really quality time with our kids, and one-on-one time is super important as well. Okay, let's go to the doll store. We got to the doll store just a few minutes before they opened, so we got to do a little window shopping before we went inside. It took us about 30 minutes to choose a doll, and then once she had an actual doll chosen, she went crazy grabbing all the accessories she could fit in her ginormous bag, which she would not let me carry until we were leaving the store, and at that point her doll was open, so she was super excited just to carry her. All right, I'm so excited. We just left the store with our big old bag of stuff and a new doll. She got Courtney, the very newest doll, who's from the 80s, who is my childhood.
80s?
So that's kind of exciting. I'm excited she chose that doll because I kind of wanted her for myself. But like, why do I need a doll? And I'm also super stoked that she chose her because she has got super curly, awesome hair, just like my daughter. So that is very exciting. All right, we're gonna head home, grab some lunch, and head out to Nature Group. She has blue eyes? Awesome. Okay, back in the car again and off to Nature Group. Got the kids in the car with me now. My husband has gone off with a few friends to have some Chol HaMoed fun of his own. And yeah, that's what's happening. I did change into a scarf. The wig was just feeling a little heavy, so I pulled that off. It was just getting kind of uncomfortable. So yeah, I'm happy to be back in a scarf. Since COVID started, I've been in scarves a lot, so that has definitely become the most comfortable thing for me lately, you know, besides those snoods I showed you before. All right, we're gonna head over to Nature Group. The kids were so excited to go and play outside and be with all their friends. They had a lot of fun running around in the woods, and they even made this super cool structure out of sticks together. Well, I decided to close this video out here in the Sukkah. It seemed appropriate. We are about halfway through Chol HaMoed now. It's the end of the day. We've gotten home from Nature Group. And yeah, if I'm gonna get this video out for you guys on Thursdays, I definitely need to stop it here. So I just want to say though, before I do close the video, it's been an interesting holiday. You know, normally, like I had said in my last video, over Chol HaMoed, which are these days in the middle of a long holiday like this, we're going out places, we're taking trips, we're going to attractions and doing activities. And because of the pandemic, we're not. But it's pretty nice. It's really nice just to have this really quality time with our kids. Really being able to spend a lot of this one-on-one time, like taking my daughter out to the store this morning. I've got some one-on-one time planned with my toddler tonight. My son and I have gotten a lot of time together just building with his Legos and stuff, and my husband as well with all of the kids. And then we've still had this family time together. We're about to cozy down to another movie night here once the sun goes down, which, as you can tell by the lattice across my face, is going to be pretty soon. So yeah, it's been different, but it's been nice. So that's kind of what's happened Chol HaMoed right now. It's just a lot of family time, a lot of together time, and that we're all really enjoying it. All right, so with that, we'll go ahead and call it a close. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like this video. And if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscription button and that bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next upload.